guys, so we're going to do a book haul today. I have like 13-ish books for you, so we're going to try to get through these relatively quickly. I'm just going to give you a quick brief overview of what it's about or what I think it's about because I haven't done a lot of research on all these books because I'm a bad person. So let's get started. The first book I have for you is Criers Cross by Lacey McMann, and I think this is kind of a psychological thriller horror story. Not really sure what it's about, but it looks like it's maybe about a school because that's a desk, and on the back it says, "Please save me." So we're gonna go with horror on this one. The second book I have for you is Guilt by Katherine Longshore, and this is a book about Catherine Howard, the fifth wife of King Henry VIII. So this is a historical fiction book, and it looks like it's gonna be pretty good. I think the second book comes out soon. It's called Tarnish, and it's about Anne Boleyn, and it sounds pretty epic. So I'm excited to have a new historical fiction series in YA, especially about Henry VIII, because that's my favorite. Next, we have City of a Thousand Dolls by Miriam Forster, and this is a fantasy novel about a young girl who I think is some kind of, I don't know. But it sounds awesome, and I met the author, and she's really cool, and this cover is to die for, and I'm dying to read it, so I'm gonna get to that eventually. But it's a high fantasy, I think, as far as I can tell, and I'm really excited about it. So yeah, sounds good. Next, we have Imposter by Jill Hathaway. Now, this is an ARC that I won off of the Epic Reads website, so that was pretty cool. It's the first time I've ever won a book off of anything, which was awesome. I'm excited about it. It's about a girl who can basically, she has narcolepsy, and whenever she falls asleep, she slides into the brains of other people. And so I think the second book is actually about someone who slides into her brain and starts controlling her. So it's going to be kind of a cool continuation. Super excited about it. The next books I have here are all used copies, so they're kind of, the covers are a little bit dingy sometimes, but bear with me, they're still going to be readable. So first one I have is Open Wounds by Joseph Lunievich. I don't know how to pronounce his last name. But anyway, it's missing a dust jacket. I don't know if it's supposed to have one. But it's a high fantasy, I think, as far as I can tell. Or actually, it looks like it's a high fantasy crossed with an urban fantasy. But the cool thing about this book that I didn't know was going to happen until I got it is that it's signed. It says it's signed in here, which I thought was really cool. So, because I bought it used, it was like $4, and I got a signed copy, and it's in pretty good condition. So, that was pretty cool. Next, I have Sisters Red by Jackson Pierce, and this is about, I guess, like, I don't know. I've heard it's about werewolves and two characters who meet the wolves. I know in the original Sisters Red Grimm fairy tale, it's like either a wolf or like a bear or something. I don't know. Fairy tales are weird. Yeah. The next book I got was Darker Still by Leanna Renee Heiber? I don't know. I'm excited about this because the cover's really pretty. And it's also the first book that I have that's like actually truly purple. Most of the books I have that are purple are kind of like dark blue or kind of pink. So I'm excited to have a purple book. This book is about, I think it's kind of historical fiction, historical fantasy. I think it's going to be about magic and art. So I'm kind of excited about that. Sounds cool. Next I have Revolution by Jennifer Donnelly, and this cover is kind of torn apart because it had this giant plastic thing on it and I tried to take it off and started tearing the cover off, so I'm gonna stop trying to do that. This is also a historical fiction, I believe, about Paris. So maybe it's about France. I'm not sure. I'm excited about it though. Next I have Heist Society by Allie Carter, and this is kind of like a kleptomania, like people stealing stuff kind of book, which I'm really excited about because I love heist movies. So I'm really excited to read a heist book, and I've heard Allie Carter's fantastic. So this sounds really good. And then I have a couple of sequels. So first off, I have Rebel Angels by Libba Bray, which is the sequel to A Great and Terrible Beauty. So I haven't read that yet, but it's always good to have the next book, right? In case you finish it and it's good, I guess. And then I also bought Pretties by Scott Westerfeld, and I have the first book, Uglies. I haven't read it yet, but it's a dystopian. Sounds good. Excited for this series. And then I bought a couple of books for my Kindle. I bought Sweet Evil by Wendy Higgins. Wendy's an old friend of mine from the old Ink Pop days, so if any of you guys are Ink Pop people, definitely let me know because I bet I knew you because I knew most of the people on there, so it was cool. Her book got published through the website. It was awesome, and I still haven't read her book because I'm a terrible person. I read it on the website and I loved it, but I haven't read the published version yet. So I finally bought it on ebook format. It was like $1.99 when I got it. Pretty sure that special's over now, but you should still go check it out because it's awesome. I love this book, and I'm sure it's even better now that it's published and edited and everything. So, very excited to read this. And then I also bought Defiance by C.J. Redwine. This is the book with the girl on the cover with the red hair and the horse. And I saw this cover and I was like, wow, I must have that book. And then I forgot about it. And then it was on Kindle Daily Deals for like $1, so I went ahead and bought that too. So I'm excited to read that as well. So those are all the books that I bought. I got a couple more through NetGalley, but I'm not going to talk about those until I decide to review them on my channel. So if you've read any of the books that I talked about, I would love to hear about them. If you've read any books like them, or if you want to read any of those books, you should tell me below so we can talk about them, because conversations are good to have. Social skills, yes. Bye.